address the elephant in the room. Like Geechee went crazy. You know, the whole, can we even talk about the whole Eazy to Papoose now that he don't talk as much as they talked on the stage?
Oh, Geechee?
Yes.
He started the blogs for the past 3-4 months.
The blog, okay.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay. But he was, I don't know if you, how comfortable or uncomfortable you were with him standing there just saying all of this to you.
Listen, it's battle rap. I knew when I got in here, like I done been to 1,000 battles, seen the battle of turns, say something to bleed, say something to smack, like so I'm used to it. It's like it's to be expected. It's not the first time somebody said my name in one of the rounds, but
y'all remember when Remy Ma hopped on Instagram trying to clear her name after all those cheating rumors with Papoose started flying around? The internet wasn't having it. Folks dragged her nonstop for allegedly stepping out on the same man who stood by her through everything. Things really hit the fan when her connection with Eazy the Block Captain came to light, and that was reportedly the breaking point for Pap. For a minute, he looked heartbroken, but eventually he got back on his feet and moved on. Now he's with someone new, and this time he actually looks at peace, genuinely happy. Meanwhile, insiders say that Remy's so-called "I'm happy now" vibe is just for show. Behind closed doors, she's allegedly been using burner Instagram accounts to stalk Papoose's new girl and even send her warnings to back off. Pap, being the calm one, has been trying to keep things private out of respect for their kids and family. But apparently Remy can't stop stirring things up. Maybe she thought Pap would tolerate her mess the way Kirk Frost does with Rashida. Cheat, make up, and keep it moving. But Pap's built different. Once loyal to the core, he's not about to play that same toxic game anymore. It's crazy how Remy never seemed to appreciate how deeply Papoose loved and supported her until he finally hit his limit and decided to walk away for good. Now, word on the street is that Pap's living his best life, happier, calmer, and more at peace than anyone ever expected him to be without her.
Just tell him stop spewing the business. If found out you was the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking Barack and Michelle, Pap and Rim. Yeah, that's us. Y'all the poster child symbol for black love. I wouldn't even think that y'all marriages still have to go through them stages. Every interview, he show his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. They held you down in prison for 6 years.
4 years, he couldn't even imagine being with another woman, but breaking free from that messy, draining situation has opened a whole new world for him, and it's showing. As for Remy, she's reportedly not handling the breakup too well. The so-called replacement she tried to fill Pap's shoes with just isn't giving what she thought it would. And that brief thing with bad news? Let's just say he's not built like Pap. He's not patient, loyal, or willing to carry her through the storm the way Pap always did. Now that Remy's son is reportedly facing a first-degree murder charge and the weight of what that really means is starting to hit, it seems she's beginning to realize the true cost of losing Papoose. When they were together, Pap was her anchor, standing strong beside her no matter what chaos came their way. But now, as her son gears up for serious legal battles, that kind of unconditional support is nowhere to be found. She once thought she could thrive without Pap, but seeing him pour all that loyalty and care into someone else is cutting deep. And from what people in the industry are saying, Remy hasn't exactly been keeping her cool. Word is she's been using fake social media accounts to slide into Pap's new girlfriend's DMs, throwing shade, making threats, and even reminding folks she can fight. The twist? Pap's new woman is actually a boxer.
About when I said I'll marry you, it was like a bad time because she was basically on trial, and that particular day she was very upset, and she was saying things like, nobody's going to be there for me, nobody's going to support me, I'm going to lose the case. And I was trying to assure her, like, yo, you're going to win the case, you're not going to blow trial. I didn't think she was going to lose the case because the stories were so inconsistent, and the case to me was a bull case. And she just kept shooting me down. So I was like, I'll marry you. And she flipped on me. And honestly, I don't think it was the reason for her flipping on me was what she said. The reason why I think she flipped on me was because I took it and I felt like she's been lied to in the past, and men have such a bad reputation for not keeping their word, for not being loyal, for not being there for no one when they're going through hard times, and just not being faithful or loyal to their lady. And I felt like she looked at it like, you're full of shit. Like, you're not going to marry me. You're not going to be there for me. And that's why she lashed out. That was the only rational reason I could think in my head. Like, why did I?
So instead of intimidating anyone, Remy's rumored antics are just coming off as bitter and desperate. It really looks like Remy Ma has been doing everything she can to push Papoose's new woman to react, throwing shade and stirring drama, hoping for a public blow-up. The only thing keeping this situation from turning into a full-blown social media war is Pap himself. He's been the calm in the storm, stepping in to keep things from getting ugly. Despite all the tension, he still shares a young daughter with Remy, and the last thing he wants is for their child to see her parents going at each other online. But Remy just doesn't seem to know when to stop. Let's be real, she cheated on the man who rode for her through prison with someone who could never compare, refused to take accountability, and somehow still expected Pap to stick around and play the loyal husband. It just doesn't add up. Now Pap's finally had enough. He's drawn the line and is fully focused on protecting his peace and the new relationship he's built. Fans have definitely noticed the shift. Social media has been buzzing with reactions like, Remy really thought Pap wouldn't move on?
She cheated on nobody, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
I said she never cheated on nobody, that nobody would be Papoose with in like a year and a half. So people don't believe her. Something happened. But Papoose, as we all know, is a real man, so he wouldn't be the type to come out and be like, yes, you did, unlike EEG. But she sounded defensive, which is never a good way to sound. So either the comments really got to her, or it's true.
He left him for another man and now she's mad he's happy? Be for real. Others have gone even harder. Remy Ma been acting bitter and messy. She lost a good man and can't handle it. And one comment summed it up perfectly. She thought he'd stay single forever? Nah, I'm glad he found someone who treats him right. So the KI on everyone's asking now is, will Remy finally accept that Papoose is done, or will she keep trying to provoke his new woman just to stay relevant in his world? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell. Until next time, baddies, stay tuned. The hip-hop world has always had its fair share of drama, but when that drama steps outside of music and spills into love, family, and betrayal, it hits differently. Right now, Remy Ma and Papoose, once seen as one of hip-hop's strongest and most loyal couples, are caught in one of the messiest situations we've seen in a long time. What started as whispers of infidelity has spiraled into rumors of stalking, fake accounts, and even Pap allegedly confronting Remy over how she's been treating his new girlfriend. This is the story of how one of hip-hop's most admired love stories fell apart, how loyalty turned into heartbreak, and how Remy may have underestimated just how far Pap—
Like every now and then somebody needs to get the, what you talking about? Not Terrence talking about they still beefing. Yes, they ain't fight yet. They gotta fight. Like people like, oh, fighting is beneath me. Da 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 da. Like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? It cancels a lot of problems. I don't care. I don't care. If you know you little, don't with people. That's bigger than you. Like, what you talking about? I don't have no sympathy for you. Oh, well, you knew you was little and you knew she was big when you was talking shit.
Papoose would go to protect his peace, his happiness, and his future. To really understand how deep this story runs, we have to go back. Remy Ma and Papoose weren't just another rap couple. They were the example of ride-or-die love. When Remy was serving time behind bars, Pap became the symbol of loyalty in hip-hop. He was there every step of the way, visiting, supporting her career, raising her kids, and keeping her name alive when the world was ready to move on. People admired him for being the kind of man who didn't just talk about love, he proved it through his actions. When Remy came home, their reunion felt like a victory story. They became one of TV's most beloved couples on Love and Hip Hop, showing off a relationship built on patience, faith, and black love. For years, Pap was seen as the blueprint, the husband every woman wanted, and the partner every man respected. But cracks began to show when the rumors started swirling about Remy getting a little too close to battle rapper Eazy the Block Captain. What started as casual whispers quickly turned into heavy speculation after photos and behind-the-scenes tea started leaking. People began connecting the dots and suddenly the perfect image of Remy and Pap started to crumble. At first, Remy tried to brush everything off. She went live, defended herself, and clapped back at anyone questioning her loyalty. But the internet wasn't buying it. Fans who once praised her started calling her out, saying she disrespected the very man who had stood by her when nobody else would. Papoose, on the other hand, stayed quiet, but insiders say the betrayal cut deep. This was a man who had sacrificed time, energy, and his own career to make sure Remy never felt alone. But when that trust was broken, there was no fixing it. Instead of lashing out or putting on a fake happy front, Pap chose peace. And now, after taking time to heal, Papoose has found love again, with someone who gives him the same energy he once gave Remy. He's smiling more, moving differently, and people can tell he's in a better place. Meanwhile, Remy's allegedly been struggling to accept it, especially knowing she's no longer the center of his world. At the end of the day, this whole situation is a lesson in appreciation. You can't keep testing someone's loyalty and expect them to stick around forever. Papoose proved that love doesn't mean staying through disrespect. It means knowing when to choose yourself. On the surface, Remy Ma has been trying to play it cool, posting on social media, smiling for the camera, and pretending she's moved on with her life. But behind that polished front, insiders say a very different story is playing out. Word around the industry is that Remy hasn't been taking Papoose's new relationship well at all. Sources claim she's been using burner Instagram accounts to spy on Pap's new girlfriend, leaving shady comments and even sending veiled threats. Allegedly, Remy's been warning the new woman to back off, and bragging about her fighting skills like she's ready to throw hands. The twist? Pap's new lady is actually a professional boxer, so those so-called threats aren't intimidating anyone. If anything, they just make Remy look like she's spiraling. And it's deeper than jealousy. With her son now facing serious legal charges, including a first-degree murder case, Remy is reportedly starting to realize how much she lost when she let Papoose go. Back in the day, Pap was her rock, the one who supported her through everything. But now, that steady presence is gone, and watching him pour that same loyalty into another woman seems to be hitting her hard. The only reason this drama hasn't blown up into an all-out public feud is because Pap's been doing everything in his power to keep the peace for the sake of their young daughter. He doesn't want his little girl growing up watching her parents at war online. But according to sources, even his patience has limits. Pap recently had to confront Remy directly after learning about the fake accounts, the DMs, and the behind-the-scenes chaos. For someone known for being calm and composed, Pap reportedly stood his ground this time. He made it clear that the threats and stalking were not only inappropriate but dangerous. And he told Remy point blank, he won't tolerate anyone, not even her, disrespecting his new relationship. For him, it's not about drama or revenge. It's about protecting his peace and the woman who's bringing positivity into his life. This marks a turning point. For years, Papoose was known as the peacemaker, the man who stayed loyal through prison sentences, industry rumors, and endless speculation. But now he's finally standing firm. He's not defending bad behavior anymore. He's defending his boundaries. Online, the reaction has been intense. Fans have flooded social media with opinions, and most of them are siding with Pap. One person wrote, asterisk, Remy really thought Pap wouldn't move on? She cheated and now she's mad he's happy? That's wild. Asterisk, another comment read, asterisk, Remy fumbled a loyal man and can't deal with the consequences. Pap's glow-up is real. Asterisk, and someone else added, asterisk, she thought he'd stay single forever? Nah, I'm happy for him. He deserves peace. The shift in public opinion has been dramatic. Once, Remy and Pap were hailed as hip-hop's power couple, a symbol of loyalty and strength. But now, fans see it differently. Remy's being called out for losing something real, while Papoose is being celebrated for his growth and self-respect. At its core, this isn't just another celebrity breakup story, it's about accountability. Remy had a man who went above and beyond for her, but she took that loyalty for granted. She assumed he'd always be there no matter how messy things got. But loyalty doesn't mean blind endurance. Eventually, even the strongest heart gets tired of being mistreated. Pap's confrontation with Remy shows that he's officially done playing the quiet, forgiving role. After years of standing by her, he's finally choosing himself, and the peace that comes with walking away. Now the question everyone's asking is, will Remy Ma finally accept that it's over, or will she keep trying to stir the pot and drag Pap back into the chaos she created? Either way, one thing's clear, Papoose isn't the same man she used to lean on. He's moved on, and this time he's not looking back.